The three priests lived peacefully at their small priory in wald, miles away from the nearest city. They enjoyed ministering to the souls of the country folk, the trappers and hunters, farmers and artisans who escaped the filthy cities to live in quiet simplicity. They lived in a small rectory behind a beautiful Gothic cathedral built for a medieval village that had since disappeared. However, the people from that surrounding countryside still frequented it. Their names were Father Vogelsang, Black, and Rosenike, and all were very much beloved by the people. Father Jacob Vogelsang was the eldest of the three, with a choleric, fiery spirit and opinions that had formulated over the years that he held as dogma now in his old age. He had come from a large Catholic family in Berlin, the youngest of 8 children. He grew up without a father, for his father, the highly esteemed officer in the Prussian military, was killed in the Franco-Prussian War several months before Jacob was born. But his mother and grandmother, who also lived with them, cherished him deeply and spoiled him, to the chagrin of his sometimes jealous sisters. Nevertheless, he had a very happy childhood, and, by the grace of God, grew to be a charming, sophisticated young man. He was courting a young woman, seriously contemplating marriage, when his pastor told him to go to the seminary, for he was positive the young man's vocation was to the priesthood. Jacob went at once, his generous heart ready to give everything to God. Over the years he grew in holiness and stubbornness. Now he was content to live a peaceful life in the vast forest, a slow-paced life compared to being the pastor of a large church in Berlin, where he had been most of his priestly career. He kept a garden outside in which he grew vegetables for the table and roses for the altar. He also enjoyed playing the flute in his spare time, when he was reposing from directing souls or writing his latest book on devotion to Mary, Queen of Heaven. Father Vogelsang was tall, with thick white hair and pale blue eyes. His posture was always upright and his gestures regal. The faithful possessed a great respect and admiration for him, though they never understood why in his great humility.